Take your podcast to the next level with Media 22. From top-tier equipment to custom sets and a dedicated producer, we'll make you sound like a pro. We specialize in audio and video podcasts, video editing, content distribution, and live streaming for creators and businesses. Visit media22llc.com today for your free consultation. Media 22, where excellence meets creativity. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Wisconsin, in partnership with NFL Inspire Change, is launching the Big Draft, a statewide campaign to recruit 700 new mentors for Wisconsin's youth. Supported by NFL players and Mark Murphy, president and CEO of the Green Bay Packers, our goal is to recruit 700 bigs statewide, including 100 in Dane County, from February to April. We need community champions to help spread the word and become mentors. Mentorship transforms lives, offering youth the support and opportunities they need to succeed. Join us and make a big difference. Looking for an exciting way to get outside and support a great cause? Join The Hunt, a fun, adventurous series of missions that will have you exploring the beauty of Dane County while raising money for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Teams of up to 10 people can participate, making it the perfect opportunity to bring together friends, family, colleagues, bigs, littles, and anyone who loves a little friendly competition. From April 25th through May 18th, take on engaging challenges, explore your community, and make a positive impact along the way. Sign up your team today or get your company involved by sponsoring the event. Don't miss out on the fun. You can visit bbbsmadison.org/events to get started. The Hunt, adventure, competition, and giving back. You are listening to the Big Difference Podcast, a podcast about empowering youth and strengthening communities through the transformative power of mentorship. I'm your host, Tracy Anderson, Community Partnerships Manager at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County, and I am very excited to have an empowering conversation with some of our amazing guests today. So today we're talking about our peer-to-peer fundraising event that happens every spring, Bowl for Kids' Sake. Joining us today is Bethany Ordaz, Development Director at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County, and one of our longtime Bowl for Kids' Sake sponsors and supporters, Sara Johnson, Marketing and Advertising Manager with Dental Health Associates. Bowl for Kids' Sake is a peer-to-peer fundraising event where you and your team can raise money for a great cause. Whether you're a part of a company or a community group, you can join in on the fun by forming teams of 4 to 6 people. Set your fundraising goals and get ready to bowl. Bowl for Kids' Sake is happening from April 3rd through the 17th. Thank you both for being here. How are you?
Thanks, Tracy. Thank you. Great. How are you?
Good. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, very
Good.
excited.
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
All right, Bethany, I'm going to start with you. You are the Development Director at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Can you tell us how long you've been the Development Director and what first inspired you to get involved with the organization?
Sure. I've been the development director for a little less than a year, but I've been with the agency for almost 8 years now. So it's been a while. Longest job I ever had.
Yeah. You were adulting very well.
Exactly. A true adult now.
Yes.
I originally was interested in sort of a career change, and I had some friends that were bigs, a big couple in the program. And for years, when we were just friends hanging out, they'd have their little brother with them, and he was just sort of like part of the friend group. And it was just really fun to watch him grow up and see how they supported him, throughout, I suppose he was probably in elementary school when they started, and then, all the way through high school. Mm-hmm. So anyway, when this job was open, I was interested and just found that it was a really good fit. I love working with the kids. It's really easy to raise money to support a program like this, and it's just been a lot of fun. And so I keep joking that I'll be here forever, but hopefully I will.
I think you will.
Yeah.
I think you will. Tell the podcast listeners a little bit about your background, because it is very interesting where you came from.
Sure. So I spent years working in government and politics. I did a lot of campaign work, and it was really exhausting. So it was exhausting work. I always felt like I was doing good causes and things like that, but it was just a lifestyle that I didn't want to keep up with, and it was very draining. So having a nice, comfortable, rewarding job where you still get to make a meaningful difference was a better fit for me.
Yeah. It was a great training ground for you coming over to Big Brothers Big Sisters. And mean, I have to say, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but, Barack, I mean, you were on his campaign.
I did work on the Obama campaign, and it was the experience of a lifetime, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. I'm still hoping to meet Michelle, so got to throw that in there. So you talk about rewarding. What has been the most rewarding part of the experience working at Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I think seeing the matches just be successful, so like lasting a long time. Sometimes we see matches that participate in our events and come to maybe the back to school event every year. Like if you don't see them for a few months or if you don't see them for a few years, like during the pandemic, all of a sudden the kids were graduating high school and you're like, how can that be possible? Like, they were little kids and, you just you see them grow up and you see their relationships change with their mentors, and just to sort of like be a part of their lives and be able to support them is just pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool to like see kids that are graduating where you saw them when they were matched at like 11 or 12 and now they're graduating from college. They're still in touch with their big or they're adults now and they're traveling with their big and going to the wedding, like the big's going to their wedding and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just incredible just to see them just like stick it out, and just make it all the way and then watch them graduate from high school. It's just really cool. So.
Yeah. So how do you think working at Big Brothers Big Sisters has affected your life personally?
I think I get to see what kids need, and it's just changed the way I think about a lot of things. I have my own kids and they go to a school where some of the kids in our program also go to school, and it's nice to like just have like a different perspective, because I mean, my kids' lives are a little different than the kids we serve, and it's just nice to just help teach them about how everybody comes from different circumstances and, but how we're all in the same community and we all need to support each other. And it's nice. I like to have my kids involved too. They come with me to work a lot and come to events and, recognize our logos on things. And actually the school nurse at my kid's school is a big. And I had to pick my kid up from school one time when he was sick. And he was like, look, Mom, because she had the water bottle with the logo. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I knew who she was. And she's been matched in the program for a couple of years, but she was new at our school. Yeah. So it's just nice. It's like, it just comes kind of full circle.
What a great example for the kids to have, for you working for the organization and all the good that you're doing, and it's just impacting their lives too. So we're going to get into more details about the actual Bowl for Kids' Sake event, but you have organized this event for several years, and I know you're very passionate about our peer-to-peer fundraising events. So what do you like most about Bowl for Kids' Sake, and why do you think we keep doing it every year?
So Bowl for Kids' Sake is actually the signature fundraising event for all Big Brothers Big Sisters across the whole country. So almost everybody does a Bowl for Kids' Sake event. So it's been, I think this year might be 43 years we've been doing it here in Dane County. Okay. We did have a break during the pandemic where we weren't doing Bowl for Kids' Sake, and we thought, we didn't know if it would come back. Do people still want to bowl? There was so much uncertainty with the pandemic. Like, do people want to get in a group together? Do they want to put on borrowed bowling shoes and stick their fingers in a bowling ball that other people had touched? But yeah, it's been a great event. It's fun. It is very accessible. It's not fancy. You sign up, you come and bowl, you eat some pizza, you socialize with your colleagues or your friends or family, whoever you want to bowl with, and it's just been a really fun event. We've had companies that have bowled with us for a lot of years, and it's just a nice way to get them, out of the office or out of the clinic, out of the bank, and just like have some fun and, give back. So yeah, it's a low pressure event. You bowl. You don't have to be good at bowling. You don't even really have to bowl. If you want to just hang out, you can do that too. Yeah. So everybody bowls a couple games. We have raffles and prizes, and it's just like a fun energy. We usually have one of the littles in our program sort of roll out the first ball and, share a little. They get to see some of the kids in the program, and it's a fun event. And you only have to come for a couple hours, and that's it. It's not a long-term commitment. It's not a long, fancy event. And you can kind of do what you want with it. If you want to raise a lot of money, you want to spread the word the weeks leading up to your bowling event, great. You want to have some competition with your coworkers about who can raise the money. We have a lot of that going on. A couple different companies that work with us on this event like to do inter-office competition and take it very seriously. Yeah. So that's always fun. It's fun.
People don't realize how much fun they will have at Bowl for Kids' Sake. I mean, I've seen it firsthand, where people are a little hesitant to get involved, and then they come and it's just like a blast. Like you can tell, you can feel it in the room. Everybody's just having so much fun
Exactly.
because there's music and there's
Yep.
lots going on. So, so Sarah, I want to get to you.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with Dental Health Associates?
So I've been with Dental Health Associates for 7 years now, and it has been my longest professional career as well.
Okay,
so
great.
yeah, adulting, doing well at that.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dental Health Associates has been a longtime supporter of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Why do you think it's been so important to you and your company to be a part of the organization and support our events?
It's been really important for us because we want to be active in the community, and there's lots of organizations in the community, but ultimately Big Brothers Big Sisters supports the underserved, right? And there aren't a lot of organizations that provide that support. And this community has made Dental Health Associates who it is today. So ultimately, all the support you guys have provided us has allowed us to grow. And our goal is to help others grow as well and help support the community. And I think that this purpose and the focus that you guys have in the direction is just amazing. And the opportunities for growth that you guys see and the willingness to support these kids throughout their, stages of life is amazing. And I don't think it just supports kids. I think it supports adults as well. The people that are the bigs, and I've met some of them, and they're just very empowering. So it's not just for the kids, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their parents too.
Yes.
Parents need help too. I mean, part of the reason they seek our program out is that they want someone else to be in their kid's life, to help them have experiences. And then, I might just give a parent a break for a little bit, which is nice because they're, going through stressful things, and being a parent in general is just very stressful.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I always say like being outreach too. I've definitely seen where parents need mentors also. I mean, it's hard. It's hard out here. So Sarah, what has been Dental Health Associates' favorite part of this fundraising event?
Well, of course, it's the bowling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and ultimately, like Bethany said, it isn't even about the bowling, really. It's about the camaraderie of it. So our staff loves this event because it's, like you said, very relaxed. It's a lot of fun. I always say it's not really about the bowling. It's about everyone coming together and having a good time outside of the office. And at the same time, knowing they're supporting a cause, knowing that they're making a difference. So it benefits everyone.
Yeah, it's a definite win-win.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got team building going on, and then you're raising money for a great cause.
Right.
So, I mean, what more do you need, right?
Exactly. And Dental Health Associates is the most fun bowling
They
night.
are.
They
They
take
are.
it so seriously.
They do.
The fun part, not the bowling part.
We do.
Right.
Dressing up,
Yep.
coming
Yes.
up with fun team names. It's so fun. We have fun. That's our favorite night.
We do. And honestly, I mean, we're going to get more into it, but for the past 2 years I've been with the organization, I have to say I've looked forward to every year Dental Health because I just don't know what you guys are going to do, but we're going to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So what can someone expect if they want to participate in Bowl for Kids' Sake? What can you expect?
So we're going to just sign up online at our website, bbbsmadison.org/events is where you can find the link to all of our upcoming events, in particular Bowl for Kids' Sake. Just click on that, and then you can register. Anyone can bowl. Again, whether you want to bowl with your company, friends, family, doesn't matter. You pick a bowling night. So we have 4 different bowling nights this year. So you just pick the one that works for you. Maybe you want to bowl near your office. Maybe you want to bowl near your house so you can go right home afterwards. We have different locations, different options for everybody, different dates, of course, just so you can find the one that works best for you. So you sign up. For adults to participate, it's $30. Bigs, so volunteers, we call them bigs in our program, can sign up for $20, and then kids for $5. So again, it's mostly adults, but you're welcome to bring your kids and your family. The more the merrier. And what you get as part of the registration is you get 2 games of bowling, a free event T-shirt, and then, all the fun, of course.
Yeah.
The fun, the
And
atmosphere.
matches do this too.
Yes, Bigs and Littles Bowl, Families Bowl,
Yeah.
and I said a lot of companies come and bowl with us. So also, if your company is interested and you're not quite ready to sign up, and you just want to say, hey, we're really interested in bowling at Boulevard, and we want you to hold some lanes for us, that's something that we do as well. We'll also come talk to your company if you're interested in learning more. There's a couple of companies that we go to and talk to the employees every year, which is fun. They're mostly the same people. They've heard it year after year, but it's nice to just be able to talk to them and engage them once again. So once you're signed up, you get your own fundraising page. So you get a fundraising page for yourself personally, and you get one for your team. So you can put it on social media. You can text your friends the link. You can ask them to Venmo you, whatever you want to do. Raise a couple $100, raise $25, whatever you want to do to contribute is meaningful to us. And if your team raises $500 or more, you get pizza and a pitcher of either adult beverage or a soda the night of your bowling.
It's so fun to walk down, like when you're walking past all the lanes and you see all these pizzas coming out and the pitchers of beer. I'm telling you, it is a blast.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's talk about the themes. So there's a different theme every year?
Yes. The theme is part of the fun. You can dress up, have your team name, be related to the theme. So we've done lots of different themes over the years, seen lots of really fun outfits and costumes. This year, in partnership with the NFL Draft, we're doing this recruitment campaign called the Big Draft. It happens to overlap during the Bowl for Kids' Sake events as well. So the event this year is also draft theme. Yeah. So we're leaning into football and all things draft related, and people can wear their jerseys or I don't know. I'm curious to see what people come up with. I think they'll be creative.
We're like a big cheesehead hat.
Yeah, I
there
guess.
You go.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe some cheerleaders. I don't know.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Like that.
Striped overalls.
Yes.
Throw a football around.
Yes, we'll see. We'll see. The teams are really creative. I mean, I think I'm fun. I love Halloween. I love costumes. Yeah. But I'm always like, whoa, I wouldn't have thought of that. So people come up with good ideas. But yeah, we've had different things over the years. Superheroes.
Do you have
like
a favorite?
Disney characters. I don't know if I have a favorite. I think the superhero is good because there's lots of different outfits with that. And I'm trying to think.
The Disney one was great because you dressed up Bethany. Didn't you?
I'm sure I did.
You probably dressed up as the witch, right? Who?
Or like a princess or something? You just had a whole vibe going.
Probably.
It was amazing.
And Sandy's been dressing up. Sandy, our CEO, she was Snow White one year, I remember.
You were probably the evil queen.
I can't remember.
She can rock the evil queen.
I just remember that. I remember your team was all dressed up, and it was like, wow, they're rolling it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can, I make everybody dress up.
Right. No, she does. She has costumes she brings in. She's like, if you don't have one, I've got one.
Yes.
I love that.
So. And we have capes, if
we do.
Superhero capes.
Yeah.
So those are all purpose.
There you go.
All purpose capes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the dates and locations so people have an idea. So this is April 3rd through the 17th. So we are going to be on Thursday, April 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. Boulevard's great. We have the whole place, 40 lanes. It's the biggest bowling alley in town, so it's nice. So we can fill up the whole place. We usually have a mix of banks, insurance companies, different groups, and we usually get to fill up the place, which is really fun. So,
yeah, that is great. And then Saturday, April 5th, 2 to 4 p.m. at 10 Pin.
Yeah, that's a day for our bigs and littles. We used to, pre-pandemic, have a day for bigs and littles to bowl and for families to come. We haven't had that actually since it's returned from the pandemic, but we're bringing it back this year. So I'm excited to have the kids come and bowl with us this year, like a day just for them. Sometimes they'll bowl other days, but that's a day to hopefully get a lot of matches together.
All right. And then Wednesday, April 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Spare Time Entertainment.
Yes, and Spare Time is new.
Nice.
We have not done our event there. It's on the west side. It's a newer entertainment place. We partnered last year with them on the scavenger hunt. They give free coupons for our matches to go and play games there sometimes. So this will be fun to have our event there this year.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, it's such a huge place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to try it out. Thursday, April 17th at 6 to 8 p.m. at Schwegler's.
Yep. And Schwegler's is a favorite location also on the west side. We have groups that come every year that like to bowl at Schwegler's. So that's sort of a nice west side location, and that'll be the last event for Bowl for Kids Day.
Yeah, I think it's nice every year, right, to have a lot of these same places that we go to. It becomes like people know it, And like you mentioned, like people are like, oh, you're here? Well, this is close to my job. Or this is close to where I live. I like that we go to different areas.
Right,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, like east side, west side. You know, we try to hit some prairie, things like that.
Exactly.
So let's get back to theme because I want to talk to you, Sarah.
Yeah.
You guys are the best when it comes to theme. You guys actually
you.
come in and just do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about it? Your group is just so fun. Let me just say, last year, I loved it because you guys came in like TV, movie characters.
Yeah, it was TV.
And it really took our attention.
Yeah.
Like, I was like looking at, oh, who's that? Is that, okay, wait, who was that from the Netflix series?
Right.
Yeah, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, Carol
Oh,
Baskin.
the
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I almost said Lion King. That's not it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a king.
It's a king.
Yeah.
We had Orange is the New Black.
Yep.
I mean, it was
Yeah, they were really good.
You guys
amazing.
are the bombs.
Yeah.
So how do you all come up with these themes every year?
So I come up with the themes every year, and you guys have great themes. The challenge for us is part of our competition is actually the team outfits, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Team costumes. So people are really competing, not with bowling, with the outfits that they're wearing and the costumes, right? So I try to think of something that they compete with, right? So over the years we've done TV was last year. 1 year we did music. I'm trying to think of all the other ones, but those are the past 2 years. And this year we're doing Happily Ever After lanes. So it's happy after, happy ever after. Ultimately, my end goal is to be able to find some type of theme that everyone can be competitive on and that they can have fun doing without repeating the same thing over. So I was thinking about doing sports this year, but I, in the middle of the night, of course, woke up with this brilliant idea.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it goes. But if anyone ever has recommendations, let me know, because I mean, I might run out soon.
Yeah.
No, how do you come up with it?
It's crazy.
That's a lot to come up with every year.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to think about it. So our organization as a whole has 300 people, and out of the 300, probably 200 show up for this event at 10 Pin.
Yep.
And it's amazing to see how many people show up on a Thursday night usually and join us and dress up. And they've already worked that day.
Yep.
I mean, people love it and enjoy it. So yeah, the theme is a huge part of it. And I've already announced it so they can start planning their outfits and stuff. But, they don't just do dentistry really well. They're very creative. Like, I'm
Very
really,
creative.
really impressed with them every single year.
Yeah.
And we even compete for team names because they're usually around bowling themes, So it's just so much fun. So, just kind of try to figure what could we do to be competitive. And like I said, it's not about the bowling for us. It's really about that competition and just having fun.
Yeah.
And it's super relaxed and just a really good time for everyone, truly.
Yeah. Yep.
And
It's a
shout
huge
out to
party.
like Bill at 10 Pin, and that's the only place we go. It just fits our group, and we can take up the whole space, which is amazing. And I have to say, they just are really great, and they're just awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill. We love Bill.
Yeah.
He's great to work
yes,
with. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Good. And he always wants to help.
Always.
Like, he
Yep.
loves Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It is pretty cool to see you guys take over the whole bowling alley.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and I just love the event itself. And then when you guys come in too and you do raffles and make it a little more fun, there's trivia, like people look forward to lots of aspects of this, right? Like they could win cash with the 50-50 and or they could win, a pack of soda, right? A soda.
Yep. Yeah. We're sponsored by Pepsi. We have Pepsi products.
Pepsi products, and they get excited about it. I think they get a strike. I mean, it's amazing to see they get a strike and they dash up there to get their Pepsi or
they're so
whatever it is.
excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like who knew these little things in life? But the whole event is just this one big thing that seems so simple, but it's a lot of parts, right?
Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of it and we do a lot of it. But in the end, it comes together. And I've had more and more people want to sign up for it every single year. As soon as people start working for us, that is the conversation of, do you know what, the bowling event? We do bowl for kids' sake, and they get really excited about it. I just love this event.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Take your podcast to the next level with Media 22. From top-tier equipment to custom sets and a dedicated producer, we'll make you sound like a pro. We specialize in audio and video podcasts, video editing, content distribution, and live streaming for creators and businesses. Visit media22llc.com today for your free consultation. Media 22, where excellence meets creativity.
So, Sara, why do you think it's important for a company to get involved with Bowl for Kids' Sake?
I think it's important because, like I said, it benefits you guys, the organization as a whole, and it benefits their team. I think there's lots of things that people are always trying to figure out how to make their teams more collaborative or find team building things. And this is team building without it feeling so, purposeful, right?
Right.
Like there's not a lot of needs that you have to provide for them, right? You show up, you do some bowling, and ultimately it's a lot of fun in the end. And I think for organizations, the whole world has changed, right? After COVID and everything like that. And we're trying to find ways to really connect, right? And work is stressful, life is stressful. And in the end, this is just a good thing for people to get out of the offices, spend time together, compete for fundraising, and in the end, just walk away knowing they did something good. And it's a very good positive feeling, especially like when the bigs and the littles are there and you see those, you know, people and the difference, and you can just see it in their face and their energy. And I can't imagine who they were before I met them, right? Like being in part of this program is huge. And I think that when you see it too, when you guys come to the bowling events with the bigs and the littles, it made a huge difference for me one of the first times I was there.
Yeah. It makes it real.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think you make such a good point too. We get so focused at work, right?
Yep.
And we don't think to look up. And with COVID, things are weird. We don't think to talk to people anymore.
Right.
Or look at them. And this event gives you a chance to just, hey, leave the office.
Yep.
You can leave the office for a second and have some fun and talk to a colleague that you probably don't get a chance to talk to.
Right. Right.
That is probably more fun than you thought.
Right. And if you don't like bowling, ultimately, a lot of the staff just come to watch.
Yep.
Like they just come to watch. And other teams are like, oh, you know, I have a hip problem or I have an arm problem. I don't want to bowl. Sure, come on, sit and watch and just enjoy this time peacefully relaxing with your team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Bethany, what do you think? Why do you think it's so important for a company to get involved?
I mean, I echo what Sara said. I mean, I think it's nice to get out of the office, to just like connect as humans and just to see that we can all, you know, work together and help everybody in the community. So it's nice. It's nice. We've had, like I said before, we've had people bowling with us for a long time. And every year we get new teams, you know, new companies that want to get involved. And they come and they, you know, it could be 5 people. 5 people from an office, 5 people from a bank, and they have such a great time. And then the next year they want to have more people join us. So it's just a fun way to get out of the office. I know a lot of companies that use it, just as sort of a way to do team building.
Yeah.
You know, it's just great. It's great.
It does. I mean, we can't stress this enough in this podcast episode. I think that it is amazing for team building. It is something that more and more companies now, they want to do. They want some kind of activity. They don't know what to do. Whether it's like during the day or in the evening, they just want to get everybody out and
and a lot of companies are still, you know, hybrid or remote, and you never see the people in person. You see them on a screen,
Right.
And so just to, you know, get to share an adult beverage with somebody and I didn't know you were into this, that, or the other, and learn something new about them, and maybe see their creativity on a costume, you know, is fun. So
just think if you were working hybrid for a couple years and never were really around your colleagues.
Exactly.
You know, it gives you a chance to like be around people.
Well, and you said even different locations. We have 7 different locations throughout the Madison area.
Yeah.
This is one of the only times besides like our holiday party or summer picnics that everyone comes together in one area, in one space. And they don't see each other otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there are so many fundraising events here in Madison. So what do you think sets Bowl for Kids Sake apart?
Dental Health Associates of Madison has supported, I would say right now, 40 organizations throughout the community every year, right? So the one thing I always look at is what the value and what we get out of it, you know, the sponsorship itself. And I think out of all the sponsorships, this is the best value. So we get the most out of it internally for our organization, as you guys do for it as well. And I think that you guys stand apart because I do see where the money goes, right? Like we see where the investment is going. We see the difference. We see the impact. It stays local, right? And that's really important too. So as we're looking at these things, this is one of the ones that I know is by far the best investment that we make in the community for you guys, for the kids, for the adults as well, and for everyone. And it benefits us all. And a lot of events are super hyper-focused on, you know, health and wellness, and I love that. We love supporting that too. But at the same time, helping people who are underserved succeed and elevate them and support them. It's, like I said, life is hard as it is. And we really need people to advocate for that. And we need bigs to be doing that and to see the difference that it's made on them too. So I think this organization, this whole purpose is different than anything else we support in this community.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you said that because I do think it is hard for a lot of companies, right? There is so much to choose from here in Madison. I mean, we have the most nonprofits here in Madison.
Per capita.
So it's hard to choose, you know, what you're going to support and why, I think.
It's a good, you know, bang for your buck. I mean, if you want to go bowling on a regular night, if you want to go to the movies, it costs more than to register for our event. So if you're just coming just to hang out and have fun, you're going to get your money's worth for sure. But then knowing that it goes back to our program, supporting these kids, our program is entirely free to the kids and families we serve. So every dollar goes back into the program. You're right. It's local. It's probably people that are coming into the dental clinics, coming into the bank, coming into the insurance company. These are the people that live here. So it's nice to be able to support them. And yeah, you get to have a fun evening for pretty reasonable price.
That's a great point, Bethany. It is so expensive to go to the movies.
Yeah. Or to dinner.
You got to try to go on a Tuesday,
Everything.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, $5.
It's a $5 Tuesday.
Yep.
It's rough out here.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
You get a lot for,
Yes.
You are absolutely right.
And I do have to say, as the person who's in charge of the charitable and all of our, marketing events internally, externally, there is a lot of organizations that are starting to raise the pricing, right? And the sponsorship levels. And to be honest, we're getting less for the investment. And I can say that over the years, you guys have been very thoughtful and cognizant of that and trying to realize that, we are trying to actually make sure we're investing wisely. And if we're paying a lot more for something different, it's not going to be worth it anymore. And over time, you're going to lose those businesses that are supporting you.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, there have been times where I have to look at it and is the exposure and the value there? Do I see the impact? And ultimately, we've had to pull back. And I think that you guys stand out because, I come to meet with you guys and you guys show me what you're going to, and it's usually around the same investment. And it's gone up over the years to a point, but not to the level where I don't see, hey, hold on, now we're paying double what we were paying before, right? And I think that's a huge thing. And it's really important that you guys are very thoughtful about that. And you're not trying to get money and to try to raise more funds just to get more, I guess I should say. Like, I get it. Like, the value is there.
Yep.
Truly, in comparison. 100%, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and that's really made possible by having incredible partners to work with. All the bowling alleys give us amazing price on bowling. It's not free, but it's very low cost for us. The T-shirts get donated, and we have a lot of other sponsors that help underwrite this event. This is actually a very low cost event to produce as well. So that way we are able to put that money back into the program. It costs about $2,500 a year to support one match in our program. To background check a volunteer is $50. Just like being able to put that money into the program and use the resources wisely is important.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Everything is going up every
absolutely.
year.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, this year specifically, I've had a couple meetings with some, organizations, and it's double the investment, and I'm having a challenging time justifying it to say I'm going to have to, raise my budget too.
Yep.
Right.
I totally understand. Everyone knows cost is going up, but when it's becoming so significant of a difference that I'm unfortunately having to be less involved in certain aspects, it's really hard. It really is, and so we don't want to stop, partnering with some organizations. But it's hard to justify sometimes when that investment is just so high in comparison to the value that you're getting out of it. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
So I can say that 100% this is the best value and the best organization to support if you want to feel like you're getting something out of it and then that we're supporting something in the community. And do your research too. And I think that's the thing that I always try to be thoughtful about. There are so many organizations, but look into where it's going. Look into, what are they doing in the community? Look in the impact. Go to their LinkedIn pages. Find out what's happening. Learn more about the, CEOs or the directors and find out what is going on so you know where the investment is going. Because I think that makes a huge difference too. And that's something that I always need to be doing. That's my job, is to make sure that I'm understanding that impact.
I love it. That is great advice. That's why you're great at what you do. That's why.
I love it. I love the community, and Madison's just amazing. It's so different and so unique. And like you said, it does have so many organizations, and it is amazing the impact that the Madison community has on everyone. Like, we all are, Madison's so big, right? But it's really so small.
Yep.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
It's so small.
Yeah.
And it's just so wonderful. It really is. It's great.
And we try to involve a lot of other nonprofits in our work all the time. We might even have groups from different nonprofits that come participate in this event too, where we can wrap services, connect people in the families that might need services from time to time with different nonprofits, getting them involved in different things. Obviously, some of our bigs work in different organizations. Like, we try to stay connected as much as possible so that we can be working together too.
I think we know what it's like being a nonprofit, obviously, and just want to help our partners and support each other. And Madison's great for that too. There's so many, like Madison Reading Project, Girls on the Run,
Yep, we
who
support them.
want to support us. We support them.
Yep.
I mean, there's love for everybody.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we
Absolutely.
totally get people's missions and what's important to them if it's not us. But I totally understand why someone would support Girls on the Run,
Yeah.
Shout out
and
to
we
Christine Benedict.
Yes, we
Love
love
her.
you, Christine.
Yep.
Yes, we support them.
Yes.
Spring run's coming up.
But we're also always looking for prizes. We do raffle baskets, we do giveaways, things like that. Not just with Bowl for Kids' sake, but all of our upcoming spring events. So could be tickets to a basketball game. It could be an experience later in the summer, things that are gift certificates, et cetera. So donate a prize, donate, an item. Sign up a team to come bowl, whatever. We can help you, whatever you're interested in.
Whatever you need.
Yeah.
I stand by donating.
Yeah. Yes.
Some of the organizations we aren't able to invest in, we donate something for the raffles. And it makes a huge difference ultimately because that's funds you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Exactly. And as part of the fun, it makes the event more fun to have raffles every time. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a raffle?
Yeah, I know. So I would say this then, going into this next question, if someone says, I want to support, but I can't, what are ways that you would recommend?
Well, if they can't bowl, say it's busy season for accountants or whatever, you can donate to a team. You could just make a donation to the event on the event page. Again, you could donate an item, something like that. Or you can talk to us about getting involved in one of our events later in the year if the time of year doesn't work for you.
Or you can volunteer.
You can volunteer at the event for sure. Every night we have a handful of volunteers that help us pull the event together. And then we have, other volunteer opportunities moving forward. Or if you're looking to make a real impact in the life of a child, sign up to be a big.
There you go. That's where it's at.
Yes,
Yep.
that is where it's at.
Yep.
All right, in wrapping up this podcast episode, I have one last question. How do you think others in the community can make a big difference in the lives of youth through mentorship? Sara?
So I think that you can make a difference by really listening, right, and understanding. And I think that through mentorship, you have to understand what the real issues are so you can support and help provide someone with the opportunity to grow. So I think ultimately that mentorship and becoming involved with younger person to support them and actually understand what's going on, because it's hard for a young person to recognize it themselves. And we're all going through things and it's hard to communicate. So I think that it's really important to be mentoring these children just to support them to help understand what is going on with them, right? I mean, adults need that too, don't get me wrong. But I think when you recognize in other people, you also help recognize who you are as, as an individual. You see things in other people too. But ultimately, I think that watching someone grow, and I was part of the committee where you guys had for the Big and Little of the Year. Right?
Yep.
So I just have to say, it was amazing to hear these stories of people who had been together throughout their young childhood to then attending their big's wedding or vice versa, or through the graduation, and then they're still in contact. So it shows the difference that this mentorship has had. I think one of the littles was able to go to the police station, right? And because he wanted to become
Wants
a
to be a
police
police
That was
officer.
so cute.
I know.
I saw that picture.
like this is what it's about. It's not as complicated as people think. So I think mentorship can be, going fishing and all of those things that just show you're there. Someone showing up for you is what matters.
Research shows that the best thing we can do for children is have a stable adult in their life, and having a mom, grandma, whoever they live with is great, but having another one on top of that is going to show up and pick them up and take them to activities or spend time with them is just so important. And not everyone can volunteer, but think about it. Think if you have the time. If you don't think you have the time, doesn't work for you, think about who else in your network might be able to volunteer. And then just think about, mentors in your own life. And then whether it's you mentoring somebody at work or just checking in on your friends, just thinking about that sense of showing up for people. I think that's so important. And that's what we're looking for with our volunteers is people that can show up for these kids. And if you're not in the right time of your life or whatever to do, think about just the people in your life and, continue to try to show up for them.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think that's what we hear most, right? Working at Big Brothers Big Sisters. So far, just with some of the podcasts, I mean, it's been consistent pretty much, showing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing
there.
I've heard from littles and bigs.
Yeah.
They just want to know that you're going to show up.
Right.
And when you say you're going to be there at 5, be there at 5.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Connect when they're having an issue or problem and knowing it's always hard for kids, even if they do have an adult at home, to connect with them, right?
Yep.
Hard to tell them and talk to them. But sometimes it's easier to have someone who's coach for you or a cheerleader who can support you and at least listen a somewhat unbiased way. And that's important, or distract from that.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, all of us have been kids. Home life is never easy, no matter whether you're underprivileged or not. Being a child is so hard. There's so many things.
Especially
And
right now.
it's getting harder and harder with social media. Just the world itself is just getting more challenging. And I think that helping them understand, like, my son isn't underprivileged by any means. We have 3 kids, but he is different, right? And it's hard being different. And so if you have a difference because you're not able to have the same resources as other people, it is a huge impact on you, right? So I think that helping those kids is really important in that manner of, like, providing them with resources or support that they wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell everything to my parents when I was young.
Nope.
No.
And I think that's okay, having someone else who would just listen and not have to look at you every day and realize what you told them, that, you know, that stress or whatever.
Yeah.
Or try to fix it for you. And I think having a coach or a cheerleader who's not always trying to fix it is just trying to help you grow.
Yes.
I mean, because as parents, we're trying to fix, I feel, a lot. That's just what I think. You know, we're trying to fix and help the problem.
Right.
And I think that, you know, a mentor can really just elevate the understanding of what's actually internally happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you both for coming today. Bethany Ordaz, Development Director at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and Sara Johnson, Marketing and Advertising Manager with Dental Health Associates, one of our longtime Bowl for Kids' Sake sponsors and supporters. I'm so glad we had this discussion about Bowl for Kids' Sake. It was very good.
Yeah. I hope a lot more people sign up. I hope people get more involved, even if it's, like you said, donation of, you know, money, a donation towards a raffle, showing up to just go check it out. Look at those dates. If you're like a little unsure and you maybe want to sign up for one of them, go check it out. Go down to the bowling alley, see how much fun everyone's having, and then join in.
Come hang out.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, these are open, you know, to the public. So feel free to come on in and see how fun it is, and then understand the impact that you're having.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you guys.
Thank you,
I had a
Tracy.
really
Thank you
good
for having
time.
me.
Again, this event takes place April 3rd through the 17th. And thank you again for listening to the Big Difference Podcast, a podcast about empowering youth and strengthening communities through the transformative power of mentorship. I'm your host, Tracy Anderson, Community Partnerships Manager at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County. To learn more about us, you can go to our website, bbbsmadison.org. That's bbbsmadison.org. It's all about making the big difference. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Looking for an exciting way to get outside and support a great cause? Join The Hunt, a fun, adventurous series of missions that will have you exploring the beauty of Dane County while raising money for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Teams of up to 10 people can participate, making it the perfect opportunity to bring together friends, family, colleagues, bigs, littles, and anyone who loves a little friendly competition. From April 25th through May 18th, take on engaging challenges, explore your community, and make a positive impact along the way. Sign up your team today or get your company involved by sponsoring the event. Don't miss out on the fun. You can visit bbbsmadison.org/events to get started. The Hunt, adventure, competition, and giving back. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Wisconsin, in partnership with NFL Inspire Change, is launching the Big Draft, a statewide campaign to recruit 700 new mentors for Wisconsin's youth. Supported by NFL players and Mark Murphy, President and CEO of the Green Bay Packers, our goal is to recruit 700 bigs statewide, including 100 in Dane County, from February to April. We need community champions to help spread the word and become mentors. Mentorship transforms lives, offering youth the support and opportunities they need to succeed. Join us and make a big difference.